Hello, you guys. Miss Steele here. So this week we are talking about rhythm in art, which rhythm in art can come from repeating the same shape or color to kind of almost make it look like it has like a beat to it. So we're inspired by Alma Thomas, an artist who had a lot of rhythm in her art, and we're going to make our own recreation. So for this project, you want a big white piece of paper. We want to make a big circle. So you want to find something that you can trace that's a circle. I have a piece of cardboard from a pizza. You could use a plate or a big bowl, or you could even try to draw your own big circle. You want glue and scissors. We're going to color in the middle, so you want something you can color in with. I have some crowns right here, a pencil and an eraser, and then we're going to be using strips of different colored paper. So I have some green and some blue, some yellow and purple, a lighter blue, and some red. So I'm going to move our strips out of the way because we do not need them right now, and we're going to get started. So our first step is tracing a big circle on our white paper. I would suggest finding a plate, like I said earlier, or a big bowl, or if you want to try to draw your own big circle, you can do that as well. You just want to make for sure it's pretty large. So now we're going to cut our circle out because we don't need the other paper. We just need this circle shape. So I'm going to cut out my circle, staying on the line the best I can. I like to hold my scissors and I kind of turn the paper. Instead of turning my scissors, I like to turn the paper and then just kind of keep my scissors in the same spot. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to put a circle color in the middle. We don't want it to be too big, just a small circle in the middle. You can color it in whatever color you want. I think I'm going to use yellow. So our first step is drawing another circle right in the middle of our bigger circle. And then we want to color it in. We don't want our circle to be too big in the middle. It should be smaller than your palm. So I'm going to color this in, and then we're going to start using the strips of paper around this to kind of create that rhythm in our artwork that we saw with Alma Thomas. Alright, so now that I have this all colored in, making for sure I'm staying in the lines and getting it all colored in real nice, we're going to grab one of our strips. I think I'm going to start with green. And what you want to do is you want to tear them off into smaller squares like this. So I'm going to keep tearing this until I have a pile of green paper like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the green to go around the circle. And then I'm going to change my color to a different color. So remembering a dot is a lot, I'm going to put a dot of glue. And then I'm going to start gluing these all the way around my circle, putting them right next to each other like that. So I'm going to keep going with my green all the way around my circle, and then we'll move on to our next color. So I'm going to keep gluing these green ones all around this yellow circle. Okay, so our green is done, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick my next color, and I think I'm going to use this purple next. So just like I did for the green, I'm going to take this purple and I'm going to tear it into little squares like I did for this one. So I'm going to get my purple all torn up, and then we're going to start gluing it around our green. Now I'm going to add my dot of glue, and I'm going to start putting these around my green. It's okay if it touches on top of your green. You just don't want to cover the green completely. You want to still be able to see some of the green, But if your purple is on top of the green a little bit, that is all right. So now we're going to go around and start gluing our purple by our green. So I'm just gluing them right next to each other in a circle. So I'm going to keep gluing my purple all the way around my green, and then we will move on to our next color. Alright, so my purple is all glued down, and now I have my next color, and I'm going to use blue. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to glue my blue all the way around my purple. And we're going to keep doing this using different colors. So I have my blue right here, and I'm going to start gluing it around my purple. And we're going to keep going with this until we get to the end of our circle. So I'm going to go through and put down my blue, and then we'll move on to our next color. Move that purple one a little bit, want to move it back. So I'm going to keep gluing my blue all the way around, and then we're going to do it again with a whole nother color. My blue is done, so now I'm moving on to yellow. And I'm doing the same thing where I'm going around my blue with the pieces that I have, and I am gluing them down all the way around my blue. So I'm going to keep going with my yellow, and then we'll move on to our last color, and then we will be done. I am to my last color, and I'm going to use red, and so I'm going to go all the way around with my red, and then we'll have our own Alma Thomas artwork that has rhythm. If you can see, it kind of repeats the same shape, and we're repeating colors in the circular motion, so it kind of creates rhythm in our artwork. I'm going to keep going with the red, and then we will look at it whenever it is all done. This is our artwork all done. This is inspired by Alma Thomas, and we're talking about rhythm. I cannot wait to see how your projects come out. I'm sure they're going to be just as beautiful, if not more beautiful than mine. I will see you guys all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, your evening, your afternoon.